is interesting because they also have a private partnership with a date production company. And so all the date trees that are planted here are harvested by a private company. And it provides just this beautiful quality to the park. This is some streetscape pictures in Palm Desert, and I think you all know Palm Desert is a really high-end community, and this is the way they have approached their streetscape work. To look at it and say, let's play with materials, with decomposed granite, stone, with a few limited drought-tolerant plants. And where we need lawn, which is right behind this fence, is a lush golf course. So there needs to be a priority of where you're going to have the grass and use your water and where you're not. This is a retention basin in Yuma City, and again they're using gravel mulch and drought-tolerant plant material and limited lawn. So I'd like to suggest that we use these techniques in the detention basins, because one of the things I've learned is that the city is specifying that the new developers provide lawn and irrigation in the detention basin. Now, they're 4 feet below grade, and that's not a safe place for children to play. We need visibility into the parks to make them a safe, secure place. So the viability of a park in a detention basin is very low. And what I would like to recommend is that on a large scale, if you think of an acre, I know this scale is not correct. These are small places. But if you think of an acre or two of a detention basin, having a decorative design in decomposed granite, stone, rock, colored decomposed granite, it comes in 10 different colors. You could have a more artistic and sustainable product and save money and save water. So I would like to make that recommendation. And then I'm going to turn this over to Mary Grace Hoffman, who is the financial planner with Winsler and Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. This is really the administrative part of the Park and Recreation Master Plan. And the reason that we've included an administrative part in the plan is so that you can begin to integrate these recommendations into how the city does its work, so that your master plan is a living document that is implemented over time, rather than an idea book that sits on the shelf. One of the first things we did with the recommendations, both the physical recommendations that Leslie's illustrated for you, as well as some of the community recommendations regarding maintenance, was to organize them into 15 key actions. If you look at the master plan itself, you'll see these in tables 7, 1, 2, and 3. And these key actions include actions that will get the recommendations built. Actions like improving existing parks, increasing park acreage, improving and increasing joint use agreements, as well as actions that will help us fund the recommendations, and actions that will help us make sure that the parks are maintained and that the kind of sustainability standards that Leslie's talked about are implemented. These actions are followed up with performance measures, and there are 50 detailed strategies for implementing the 15 key actions in the master plan. And again, this is the administrative part of the plan. This is the way that your staff is going to be able to measure their progress towards meeting the plan goals. And we've tried to articulate those in very clear and specific language so that we can take a stepwise approach to this program. The key performance measures that are illustrated really are the city's CIP and the city's impact fee program, which are the CIP being the way we program our investments and plan to construct improvements. The development impact fee program being one way for a growing city to make sure that they get the funding they need for capital improvements. Finally, the financial aspect of the master plan. This is a preview. We do not have in front of you tonight the financial plan that supports this master plan. The plan, as outlined, recommends somewhere between $75 and $115 million worth of improvements over the next 20 years. Upon your feedback and input tonight, we're going to finalize the master plan and then begin the process of updating your dedication and inland fee ordinance. These are the mechanical structures that the city uses to collect appropriate fees for new development and to allocate costs between new and existing development. So that's a discussion we're going to be having with the city over the next couple of months. One thing that will come clearly out of this process is an assurance that new development will pay its fair share of the improvements to benefit the whole community. And as Leslie's indicated, we've identified a range of other funding sources for the program. And in places, we recommended public-private partnerships as the best way to achieve your goals. So what are the next steps in the process? We're going to receive council and community input. That's something we hope to do this evening. Council, community, and commission. I'm sorry, that is something we hope to do this evening. We're going to finalize the master plan recommendations. And one of the big reasons for this is so that we can get a solid understanding of what you're proposing to do and what that costs. Because those recommendations will then become integrated into updates to your general plan so that your master plan is consistent with the community. And we will update the dedication and in the fee ordinance so that your funding source is consistent with the recommendations of the master plan. And those updated documents, the updated general plan, the updated dedication and in the fee ordinance will be coming back to the commission and council, ideally in May or June. There's our timeline again. With good feedback tonight, we can finish our work and be ready to bring the fee ordinance and the general plan update back to you in May and June. And at this point, we'd like to open the meeting up to discussion.
All right, I just want to remind you, we're going to give each speaker up to 3 minutes, and we need you to state your name and your address for the record, please. We're going to have you come to this point, okay? I want to allow everybody to speak, but I do not want everybody to come up and repeat themselves. So if you want to come up and you want to speak, and somebody's already discussed that very same point, and you don't have anything to add, I'll let you come up, but we're going to cut it off real short, because we're not going to just keep repeating the same information over and over. I'm going to start with Lauren Lumpkins.